I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin. In this video, we're going to have a look how to get guaranteed allocation for the Aradena IDO on Seedify. So I have covered Aradena before on this channel, a full research report. I will leave the link in the description down below where you can see me review their entire white paper. I was quite impressed. It was my one of the first reviews ever done on this channel. So it's quite a while ago. They have done some major updates. So we're going to have another look at Aradena. Nothing in this video is financial advice, it is for entertainment purposes only. You have basically a civilization style game. You can battle players, you can recruit players, loan out players and own. Basically the idea is to be the master of the entire kingdom, right? A very cool, proven game style. Play to earn, in this case, definitely a medieval metaverse train battle earn. That is the most important thing. They have a huge variety of NFTs, and in this video we're going to have a look at how to get guaranteed allocation. So there's a very nice Medium article that explains it, so we'll review that together. Aradena NFT holders will be able to claim rewards via our innovative gas-free off-chain staking system. So definitely gas-free important here. The Aradena team has created a gas-free NFT staking system that will check information stored on the blockchain and automatically award points to Aradena NFT holders. Once claimed, points can be exchanged for prizes in our reward store. The new staking system is the latest utility of Aradena NFTs to be released. It gives the community a way to unlock value from their NFTs by rewarding early investors for participating in Aradena's medieval metaverse ecosystem. Very important, of course. If you have many of these games, it literally takes them weeks, months, years, usually months, years, to develop, right? At the same time, they do release their NFTs early, which sometimes worries investors. When is the action going to come? Most investors understand there's a long roadmap, but something like this, staking NFTs, is of tremendous benefit to everybody involved, specifically if it's about guaranteed allocations for IDOs. So they did a sale of 8,000 Genesis Warriors already quite a long time ago, and it sold out in 13 minutes. Then when you had a warrior, you can get a free female. And if you stake those together, you can obviously get more warriors because, well, sex in it. That's basically how it goes. The staking system is therefore quite unique. I don't know if that breeding part is active yet. However, I'm more focused on how many NFTs do I need to get for how much allocation. It's explained quite good in this article, so let's continue. They give a little bit of an explanation about APY, staking NFTs, the new future. But here's a brief overview of the actual staking system. Reward points will accumulate daily and can only be claimed at the end of each month. Your accrued points will be available to claim for 7 days at the end of each period. After that, they will disappear. So very important. Every day you get new points. At the end of each month, within 7 days, you need to claim or they're gone, right? This makes sure that the people involved are actively involved and keep coming back. Some people like it, some people might not like it. I think it's fine. So make sure you check the website regularly to avoid missing out on your rewards. All you need to do is head in your profile in the reward section and hit claim now. So this is basically the overview. You need to connect your wallet on the connected chain. Your profile is here, the amount of days. You are currently earning X points per day. Then the claimed reward points, the pending points, and then the available points to claim, and you can claim those. And it has a countdown timer with the amount of days left before they're gone, which is obviously very important. All Aradena NFTs will generate points for their owners, even if it's listed for sale. However, if a user sells an NFT during the reward period, then any accumulated points from that NFT will be discarded. Well, obviously that makes sense. The new owner will then start accumulating points to their NFT from the day of purchase. Reward store. Once, obviously, it's important, what can you actually buy? Once a user has claimed their reward points, they can use them to purchase prizes from the reward store on our website, which will be live at the end of February. Prizes include the most important thing: Aradena Gold IDO whitelist allocation. 60 points gives you $10 in allocation. This project is incubated by Seedify. That was the sole reason that I looked at it in the first place. They have it used on their banner, incubated by Seedify. They will do their IDO on Seedify. That basically, when they utilize the Seedify brand, it made me have a look, and I was really impressed because obviously Seedify doesn't pick any shitty projects. It looks cool, the team is cool, everything about this is definitely, I wouldn't say an A+ style game. It's not of that scale. It's more of a very passionate team, and definitely has a high culture inside their community. So definitely longevity in their roadmap. Comic whitelist spots, exclusive merchandise, and new secret prize to be revealed. All right, so I don't care about merchandise. I care about the IDOs, right? Very important. So how are the points actually accumulated? Because 60 points, ideally, I would like $500 to $1,000 in allocation. So I need a lot of points, right? I need 600 points to 3,000 points. That's a lot. The beauty of our staking system is that anybody holding an Aradena NFT will be able to generate value. However, the more NFTs you hold, the more value you can unlock, obviously. Furthermore, not all Aradena NFTs offer the same rewards. Rare NFT collections offer the biggest points rewards potential. All right, here's a summary of what can be accumulated from different types of Aradena NFTs. Warrior points per day. Mighty Warrior, that is the, I would say, the entry level, 1.2 points. Heroic 6 points, Legendary 14 points, Gold background 4, Silver background 2, Coin Mouth 3, Coin Eyes 3. Okay, comics, so they also have a comic series. Common 3 points, Rare 5 points, Epic 10 points, Legendary 20 points. So to give you an example of how the points are collected, owning an Epic comic, 2 Legendaries and 2 Heroics with Coin Eyes would accumulate 64 points per day, giving you 1,920 points per month. $320 of gas-free allocation per month. A pretty good passive income from holding 5 NFTs once our IDO launches. Not to mention the comic whitelist spots and other prizes will be up for grabs. Right, so Ethereum blockchain, then they have their own thing. So because of the gas fee problem on the Ethereum blockchain, they made this off-chain system, which I think is extremely smart, because otherwise people might not be inclined to stake their NFTs, right? Very, very important. So it is launched, it does already launch on the 31st, so it's definitely operational right now, so that's good. And then they have some links. So basically the question is right now, we need to have this overview and we need to look at how expensive these NFTs are. Because if we have $1,000 in allocation, I don't know the tokenomics exactly, but I would say a project on Seedify like this will do a 5 to 10x on the actual launch, no matter the tokenomics, unless they do like a $10 million initial market cap. But I assume they will do something like 200, 250K, 300K. That's usually what these smaller projects do. And in that case, I would want about $1,000 allocation. That would be amazing. However, I wouldn't want to spend more than $4,000 or $5,000 on it to be able to get that, right? However, they have a nice website where there's a link to OpenSea, and we want to look at the men's collection, I want to look at the women's collection, and I want to look at the comics. So I'm not really too sure if the women are included because it says Warriors of Aradeno, which is warrior point per day. And there's this one is called Women of Aradena. So these were the free ones that you could mint. So I don't think those are included. Just to be sure, I'm going to exclude them. So we have the comics and we have the Warriors of Aradena. And we're going to have a look at what is most affordable to get the most amount of points. So the 3 points for a comic, rare 5 points. So what are the price points for these comics? We're going to go by class. So a legendary, 8 Ethereum. So definitely that will probably points per day relative to how much that actually would yield you. It does yield 20 points, right? So, but is it 20 times cheaper, more expensive than a common? We'll have to see. So legendary is 8 Ethereum. Epic then in that case, there's nothing for sale on the Epic list. So they're all off market. Rares. So that is 0.66. So 0.66 would give you 5 points. So it's definitely a smarter choice to buy a rare than buy a legendary, because 4 times this is nowhere near 8 Ethereum, right? It's about 2 Ethereum. All right, and then the commons, they are 0.32. So definitely the rare is the best purchase right now. There's also 2 variations, as you can see. So this is the issue 2 and this is the issue 1. And there's one for sale at 0.66. It's about $2,000 at the moment. And this one would give you 5 points. So now the question is, relative to this 5 points, which is the most affordable one, would we be able to buy a heroic for less than 0.66? If we can buy a heroic for less than 0.66, then definitely skip the comics if you want to get allocation. So we're going to have a look at the actual rarity first, if I can find it. Armor, well, let's select buy now. Class, yeah, heroic, 0.66, 0.73. So definitely this comic that I'm showing you right now is the best purchase at the moment to get allocation points, right? However, there's only one for sale and there's many of you watching this video, right? So definitely we would have to look for other opportunities. So the floor is 0.73 for heroic, which is already quite expensive, and there are not that many for sale, right? There's only 28 for sale on the heroic side of things. So in that case, when we go to legendary, are there any legendaries for sale? Yes, but they're extremely expensive. So 28 Ethereum, 11 Ethereum. I think, so they have a legendary and they have a gold background, I think. So 4 points, 24 points. They have no coins, but 24 points a day, but still that's like a lot of money, right? So I would skip those. And that's basically, if you minted this 5 months ago and you would have a legendary, then yeah, bless you, you did really well. And now you're reaping all the rewards. With these NFT games, you just got to be patient, you know? The problem is I'm not patient. So usually that's why I have to spend quite some money to get in on these guaranteed allocations, but it's all good because the comments are extremely affordable. So we're talking about $200 to get a mighty, so it's only 1.2 points per day. There's no silver background, there's no gold background. If we filter on the backgrounds and we filter on silver and gold, okay, so 0.2 is then already the cheapest one for the silver backgrounds. $800, 4 times more expensive. So we're talking exactly to the ratio. So it's mighty, and this one is mighty plus a silver background. Yeah, so this one would be 4 times more expensive, right? You would be better off buying 4 mighties at this point, right? Because that would get you 4.8 points, and this one would get you only 3.2 points, and you only have 1 NFT, and here you have 4. With potential, if you would like to sell them, stake them, breed them, whatever you would like to do with them later, the mighty ones seem to be the right choice here. The gold background right here, 0.6, 0.1. So definitely the gold backgrounds which have like the higher yield, right? 4 points. They are also a lot more expensive, which makes sense. More points, more expensive. These things go hand in hand, right? Now, when we look at the actual floor price, you can see there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left until it's 0.1. So the floor almost doubles within the next 8 purchases. When we look at the actual volume, I think the announcement came here for the staking, right? There were a lot of purchases that day. Let me see if I can scroll there, because that wasn't even that long ago. That was like 1 week ago, yeah. So it's like, right now it's the 7th, so this was the 28th of January, so it's about 10 days ago. Just to see, yeah, so the price at that point, so there were a lot of gold background sales, and the price was still quite high at that point, but a lot of gold background sales, as you can see. 18 Ethereum, one legendary sale probably 12 days ago. So definitely a lot of potential on this Warriors of Aradena, right? You would have to make the calculation on how much, it all depends on how much allocation you want, right? How much NFTs you can afford, and take into consideration that if you are just an IDO flipper, then you would have to get rid of these NFTs later, which you have to take into consideration the opportunity cost there. However, you could also buy some females and breed them and actually make this into a longer term play. Right? If you're going to participate in the IDO, there will be vesting involved, right? So you're already committing for the longer term anyway. You might as well make this a longer term play because the foundation of the game is good, right? And as I said, if you're not familiar with the foundation of the game, definitely check out my white paper review in the description down below, where I basically cover all the most important components about this game. So the women floor is definitely a lot lower, but as I said before, they were minted for free, right? The heroic floor is 0.6, so almost the same, and the legendaries are not for sale. There's only one for about 15 Ethereum, and all the other ones are not for sale. You can see this is the queen, and there's like a bunch of legendaries there as well. So basically, all in all, I do think with the Warriors of Aradena here will give you a great opportunity to get guaranteed allocation in the IDO, because on Seedify, we all know that the allocations are not that big, however, usually quite fruitful. So if you're interested in this, head over to the Aradena Medium. I will specifically link this one in the description down below, so you can just click that and read if you want about the off-chain staking system. But I also have a tremendous amount of updates lately since I last covered it. So it's about full transparency on this team, which I really do appreciate. The last time I made a video on Aradena, I had some feedback. They took that feedback into consideration, specifically about the team. They now have names, they now have pictures of the team. And one thing that's really cool, which they build, which I cannot access because I don't currently have an NFT in my wallet, but they made like a complete database of all the different. So you have your claim, you can message other people. That's like a little Aradena social hub. And you can explore all the warriors, explore their trades, have conversations with other users. And this is obviously the foundation of what they have in their game probably as well, which is really cool. Then they go over the allocation, how it works. They dare to answer all the questions, project updates, you know. And if you see how detailed these updates are, I think a lot of game developers can definitely learn from that. They did mention that they made some mistakes along the way. That's normal. You know, I've made plenty of mistakes in my first NFT build that I'm doing right now. It's all part of venturing into an unknown realm, right? Where basically we're just building something out of nothing and see how all the communities react. But I think the off-chain system with no gas is really, really good. And with the amount of points you can accumulate, specifically in the current market, I assume they have some date for the IDO planned. However, as of right now, I wasn't able to find the exact date. I did find that the tavern went live this week. So all these features where you can filter the attack power, all this stuff, the king, the information, the background, that's all ready at the moment. So that's definitely a huge opportunity for you. You're not super early on this one, but you're definitely early enough to get in on the guaranteed allocation, right? They have a little overview here as well, how many Aradena gold you will earn, and you can spend this gold to get guaranteed allocation on their IDO on Seedify. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to have a look. I'm very excited for this project and I will definitely cover it again in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.